So here's my Bolens 1254 with a Predator 459 swap. A couple people have kind of asked me about how to do that, and if it was difficult or not, and honestly it was really easy in my opinion. The biggest thing is you just have to move the engine forward a little bit, which is super easy because the bolt hole sizes are exactly the same as the original. This had a Wisconsin 12 horse. I don't think it was a TRA 12D. I took out, so you have 4 bolts here. I took out the rear one, put a studded threaded rod down through there. I did have to drill a hole here. This is the original mounting hole. These are the 2 original mounting holes. So the engine shifted forward about 1.5 inches to 2 inches. I just spaced it up to make it level across there with 2 washers. Had to drill a hole through here, and then that's just a bolt sticking up through here. This is threaded rod, and then this is the bolt from that's coming up through the bottom. And this is my ground wire for my negative for my battery. Everything on here lines up perfectly. My belts, I do use the PTO, like I said. Everything lines up. I'm open the hood up for you. This is new exhaust wrap, so it's gonna be smoking a little bit. It's normal. Even the keeper lines up to the bolt holes of this engine. So there's your drive belt here in the back, and then obviously your PTO in the front. Same belt sizes. Tensioner and everything works just fine. The motor is slightly forward a little bit just to accommodate it because the shaft is different. This shaft tapers down, so it doesn't have the same. If it didn't taper down, you actually could probably use the original mounting holes. What I did with it is I had to trim the hood here, and I put a liner, and that's the only modification, really permanent modification you have to do to the hood. I had to space this out a little bit, so I put 2 nuts here and longer bolts, and then I flipped this bracket, went it from the bottom side and lifted it up and flipped it around, so it actually lifts this hood up, so it actually has more of like a raised hood. I have ag tires in the back. Other than that, everything here works perfectly fine. I have the stage 1, as they call it, which is an air intake cone filter. It comes with like a header, but that didn't work in my situation because I wanted to have the stack on this one. So there's a guy on eBay, I think he sells them on Amazon as well, that makes a exhaust flange for this. It's just a 1 inch, and it's all stainless, and it comes with a gasket and everything. It's real nice. It comes with the hardware, but stainless 1 inch, so you can hook up your black iron to it. So that's what that is just black iron. So I have a 1 inch pipe coming up here going to my muffler. This is just a little Amazon muffler for about 30 bucks, and they're actually pretty dang good. I think it sounds really good. Has my little flapper. The flapper never, even on the lowest idle, it doesn't like do that clicking, annoying tapping thing. It'll stay real low. But yeah, the way it pokes out a little bit there. Everything's fairly clean on this side. I kind of tidied it up a little bit. My headlights work, and then I added a little light to the back, just a trailer light, because the red light on here was busted and I wasn't going to replace it with anything other than an LED. I'll fire it up for you. So this one here, let me show you real quick. So with this one here, I did have to run the cables for the throttle and the choke a little. So this is my throttle over here. Just runs up along. Someone was asking about this. Just runs up along. I mounted a strap to here. This is a factory strap. Goes right to this arm here. Now the choke cable I just ran across. It's a little bit shorter. I had to bring it over here, and the only way I could really hold it was with zip ties. This is just a work tractor. It's not obviously not a type of show tractor by any means. It never will be, so long as I own it. But it works fine. I did get, like I said, the cone 46 jet from this one for where I'm at in Southern Ohio, and then for that, and the engine originally has 15.8 or 15.9 horsepower and quite a bit more torque than like the Predator 420, which is a 13 horse, and I wanted the extra power just because of what I'd be doing. But you can see the clearance, it's pretty dang tight in there. It probably has about a 1/4 inch between the face of the pull start, because this has pull start and electric start, and then the I guess you'd say the grill on here. But I'll go ahead and start her up for you. Probably turn the choke back on. I just had her running. I've been using it this morning to haul wood out of the woods, and it pulls us no problem. I just realized I actually have Husky cart, and now I have an older Husky Bolens. That's kind of neat. But get my choke back on. So this is the low idle I have it set to. I think it sounds pretty dang good. It doesn't do that annoying tapping thing like a lot of engines will do. In there right, real fine. You might see that thing in the middle of that pulley. Like, what is that? That's it. I lost the set screw, so that's actually just a bolt holding that pulley on there. But in order to make this engine work, it's a 1-inch shaft on this engine, and then that's a 1 1/8 inch. The old pulley is. So I had to get a little adapter. It goes from a 1-inch shaft to 1 1/8 inch, and it's like $15 on Amazon. Real easy to do. Just drive that old pulley back on there, and everything goes up together, and everything works just fine. I'm gonna throttle her up. Engage my PTO. Then my headlights, of course. Now this engine puts it about 3 amps at peak, so you really don't have a lot of power for stuff. It's been fine. I've tested it for quite a while running these lights with the engine running, and my battery actually was still recharging. It wasn't dying. It was still getting charged. So that's my setup. I hope you guys like it. If you have any questions, let me know. Like I said, this thing it pulls this no problem, man. It doesn't bog down. My tiller doesn't bog down at all. I mean, it just runs, and it's plenty of power. The thing doesn't have so much power where it wants to ride a wheelie. I mean, I think it's because of the way these things are geared. I normally do it start out in usually one high, and man, this thing chugs along. You could run this thing at a low RPM, just chug it along, or you can run at a high RPM. This engine loves to rev. I mean, it's made to rev at high RPMs, a lot higher than what I have it set to. So if you have any questions or anything, let me know. Appreciate you. God bless. Jesus loves you.